Prime Events and South Jersey Sports Talk present Rancocas Valley Football in the West Jersey Football League. This live coverage is presented by Bill Gordon Mount Holly Pro Day and the community-minded businesses of Mount Holly and Southern New Jersey. Now to the field with Tony Blum and Sam Jenkins.
Pre-loved, pre-approved, and new to you. Visit Miller Subaru in Mount Holly and get a great deal on a factory-certified pre-owned vehicle. Our certified pre-owned vehicles are all backed by Subaru and come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a free Carfax included, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Get all of the luxuries and peace of mind of a new car at an affordable price. Miller makes it better. Miller Subaru, Route 38 Mount Holly, 24/7 at millersubaru.com.
Welcome to NJSIAA New Jersey State Playoff Football. Tonight, it is Rancocas Valley hosting Eastern. My name's Tony Blum along with Sam Jenkins. And Sam, the playoffs are here. You're familiar with that. Participated in a lot of games in the playoffs. And this is the beginning of the journey. And, of course, Rancocas Valley hoping that it's a long and prosperous and fruitful journey as it was last year.
That's right. There's no turning back now. I mean, every game counts. You get one chance to move forward. And the teams get excited. Coaches get dialed in. This is the time to shine.
Let's take a look at Eastern, a team that comes in at 6 up and 2 down. And they're kind of a high-octane type of an offense. They like to run the spread. They're very up-tempo. They like to be balanced. And on defense, they have some players back. They have a good secondary. But they feel that Rancocas Valley can hurt them very well, both passing and running. So they're very tough to handle. They're just going to look to slow them down. And on offense, they want to move the ball quickly. They're an up-tempo, kind of a Chip Kelly type of an offense. And they can run it and they can throw it. Their quarterback, Heck, has some impressive numbers on the season. But they have a couple of running backs as well. TJ Frandon, Mike Suarez, and the favorite receiver is Dante Keel, who is an outstanding receiver at 6'2" and 180. He's a senior, so they have some weapons on offense, and they feel that they have the defense to possibly contend with Rancocas Valley here this evening.
Certainly, those weapons. It's what happens later in the season. You identify who your players are, and both sides of the ball. They know who's going to shine. And if these guys can show up tonight, they can make a difference. That'll be the keys to the game.
We're going to take a look at Rancocas Valley. Talked to Coach Dan Hausman before the game, and he gave me some insight on what they feel they need to do to win this football game. Right now, I want to talk to you about Salvito's Pizza, located in the Rich Shopping Center in Voorhees. They have spent 35 years serving the community. It's a local business open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Salvito's has great pizza and much, much more, including a fabulous dinner menu. Phone 856-566-8486. Salvito's is a proud supporter of local high school sports and community events. They offer discounts and fundraisers for local schools and organizations. Salvito's Pizza in the Ritz Shopping Center in Voorhees. So we're going to take a look now at Rancocas Valley and talk to Coach Hausman, and doesn't really plan to do anything differently. On offense, they're going to do their thing. Defensively, they feel they can possibly slow down this Eastern offense. They beat them last year. And offensively, they really feel like they've got some things going on as far as he's seen some things that they possibly can take advantage of offensively based on what they do defensively.
Is it your Hausman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as long as they stay with the game plan, here's the thing. all year long, they've made big plays out of either broken plays or they extended the life of plays. As long as they stay disciplined, find each other, quarterback finds the receivers, the back, drives the legs after the plays. They've lived and died with that. All right, it's done each and every week. Now, defensively, they're pretty stout. They're a 4-3 defense. They stay lined up in their positions, and if they keep with that, it should be a tight game. It's just the discipline that's going to differentiate the win or loss tonight.
And he also mentioned that you never know, special teams, as you like to talk about just about every week, that special teams could play a big factor in this game, both place kicking and also from a field position point of view. And, of course, part of that, as you always try to drive home, is that the punt returner gets under the ball and catches it instead of letting it roll 10, 15 yards and really hurting their field position. So special teams, as always, can play a big factor. And, of course, Ty Matlock and even Jerome Hill have had some big returns, both kick returns and punt returns thus far.
You'd like to think, at this point in the season, especially in the playoffs, that they, solve all those little problems. They'll catch the ball if necessary, or even more importantly, if it's a non-returnable punt, they'll get the players away. So again, like we say each week, it's the little things that make the difference. And I think field position is going to go a long way in this game. Not just turnovers and the basic offense and defense, but field position, where you start, is going to help where you end up.
Of course, this game originally scheduled for last night, but with the weather as it was, they postponed it to tonight, and I think it was a good move in postponing it because it was really not ideal playing conditions last night. You don't really want to have Mother Nature decide who's going to win or lose a football game. The wind could be a factor, but it was howling a little bit more when I got here a couple hours ago from left to right. But now not so much. So most players say, hey, we don't mind playing in the snow or the rain, but that wind, that wind's a killer. Is that the way you found it too?
Absolutely. Whether I was a running back or receiver, the wind can change the trajectory of the ball, not just on passes, but on kickoff and punt return. So if it's a little bit wet and you have that wind and that cold, that bone-chilling cold gets right to you, that makes a difference. But, all the other stuff is fun. The snow, even warm rain or anything like that is not a problem. But wet, windy, is not a good combination to play. And you'll see towards the end of the game, I think the temperatures are going to drop into the 40s. So we're going to look for ball handling issues in the second half of the game.
And, of course, that is pretty appropriate for this time of year. Kind of got spoiled earlier this year as far as the temperatures that we got. But right now we're in November, folks, so 40s is kind of the norm.
Right.
We're going to be back to look at more what's going on in South Jersey in the NJSIAA playoffs after this word from Lippincott.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel.
Bill Gordon Field, beautiful facility here at Rancocas Valley. Always reminds me of a small college campus.